I still think Cliff High's prediction is looking better and better.
The
Yeah.
uh, the Pentagon put out statements an hour after that senator's one, and the actual official Pentagon statement today is it's not an adversary, and they said it's not Iran, it's not China, it's not Russia, but it's also not us, and that's what they said.
Okay, that's a little
That's all they
mysterious.
said.
Yeah.
I think it's black projects. Definitely not Iran.
That'd be a long way to send a. What kind of battery are they using that would
And
they
and
could send a
when
mothership?
what why would you just kind of like send drones kind of just flying in these weird patterns? Like I feel like if it was a military thing, it would be it'd be a little more tactical, with some kind of direction to it.
They're
Yeah.
Yeah.
hinting. I think that they seem to be hinting that it's UAP tech, whether that be whatever you want to say it is,
Back
non-humans, whatever.
engineered tech, you mean?
Uh, uh, I don't like to use the word alien, but that's what UFO UAP. That's what they're hinting at by saying it's not an enemy and it's not us. But they're not actually saying that it's the only other alternative that it could be, which is the alien stuff. But bearing in mind,
Not
we've
of
had
Earth.
we've had these drone incursions going on for a couple of years now. It started a year ago when they had them over Langley, and it's over the UK a lot as well. And there are some, like, there's this guy called Russ Colhart. I don't know if you've seen any of his documentaries. He's a very well-known UAP investigator, news reporter. He's claiming the last couple of days that he's got some very solid data from whistleblowers that this is the start of something that's going to be absolutely massive in 2025.
So,
What
yeah, I was
do you
going to
think?
ask you, Daz, because you've been studying this for many years and are the expert. Do you think the dam is breaking, that we're about to really find some stuff out?
I am perplexed. I've the last couple of days I've had lots of X talks with people in their spaces, and everyone's at the same thread. You can usually try to understand what's going on, but with this, it's just a total mystery. In the way the authorities, the FBI, and everyone they're acting on this, saying they don't know what's going on. It's very very strange because they're not. We know every country has anti-drone tech. So you can, when you fly your drone over airports and stuff, they can fire this stuff, and they can bring your drones down. That's not being used. They're not shooting any of these down in any way. They're not intercepting them in any way. And we know that they are flying over government facilities in various countries, including facilities that are nuclear capable. So
But weren't
I
they over the White House or near the White House?
allegedly, yeah, allegedly over the White House as well. Again, I'm on my X feed because I'm into this quite a lot. My algorithm picks it up. Literally, I go on it in the morning and it's like 150 videos on there from all over the world. It's just absolutely bonkers out there at the moment, going crazy.
That part's a little troubling, and you know more about this than me, Daz. But in like historically speaking, aren't UFO appearances and things like that kind of correlated with like war events or nuclear events? Like, don't those things
Yeah,
usually pair up like pretty closely? So
yeah.
the
There's
idea
many
that
instances of them
yeah,
disabling warheads, nuclear
yeah,
warheads and stuff.
and there's recent talk like Russia's been talking about nuclear stuff, and it's like
Yeah,
all these things are kind of happening at the same time. That's
yeah.
a little bit
As
worrying.
I said, it's a complete mystery. The people out there, that have been looking at this in years, we're all looking around going, none of this makes sense. We do not know what's going on. Like one of the New York mayors, he was on video. I got him on video this afternoon saying that they've got the police got camera footage, from their body camera footage from the beach of a Coast Guard ship that's going along, and between 12 and 50 drones came out of the water and they were following the Coast Guard ship as it was going along. And you're looking at it, you're thinking, what could that possibly be? Because that's trans medium as well. I have a drone here. Dick has a drone. We can't fly our drone in and out of the water and keep it up above 50,000 feet for 6 hours at a time.
Is there video of that, of them coming out of the water?
I haven't seen it yet, but the mayor said that they have body cam footage from officers on the beach of that whole event.
I flew my drone next to a Coast Guard ship once. There was a event off Waikiki where the Hokulea, the Hawaiian voyaging canoe, which traverses the Pacific without, they navigate by the stars. So they were having a homecoming ceremony, and there was a Coast Guard ship out there, and this armada was coming in, and I flew my drone out, and when it got near the Coast Guard ship, the guidance system of my drone just went, and I thought, oh my God, I lost my drone. It short circuited the whole navigation thing. And I thought, oh, I've lost my drone. And then it automatically came back and got back in. So you can't get too close to the Coast Guard because they have electronics that jam it.
They don't seem, none of it seems to be working. Although I did see some reports today of a guy that had a, like a DJI drone like we've got, that decided to send his home drone up to see if he could get some good shots, of the drones that were flying around from above. And he said as soon as he got anywhere near to it, even though he had put a brand new battery into his drone and only been up 2 minutes, the battery was instantly drained and it just crashed straight to the ground.
I saw that
So
too.
they're not even being able to get close to it. And I've seen some other stories of people that they're videoing it with their phones, and then their phones, their camera apps literally just stop. Their phones just stop as well. So we're seeing instances of that at a distance as well. Very strange stuff.
Now, how does this? Because we talking about Clif High had this kind of stuff in his web bot. How is this now in December? Does it have anything to do with our remote viewing that we did for him for July or whatever? Remember we did that project for him last summer.
I think
That
it was
was
already
the-
different.
That was the Trump
years back.
assassination.
No, it wasn't. It was Clif High had some webbot data saying
He had
that
he had a big event that was going to happen in July. I think it was the assassination attempt on Trump.
Yep.
I think that was what he was picking. He said there was going to be a big event that weekend of July, and it was the weekend that Trump got shot.
But I recall that in his webbot data, he had an alien invasions in that.
He didn't say,
that as well.
He didn't say invasion mine. He said melee.
An alien melee.
Yeah,
Well, no, he said.
which is slightly different.
I think what there were.
Yeah,
he
invasion's
said there
a big
was
one.
going to be a lot of alien sightings. Like the skies are going to be filled with there's just going to be UFOs everywhere. It would look like an invasion.
Which there is. Yeah.
Then he said humanity is going to start the melee. Like people are going to start demonstrating and having, and that Korea. There's 1 million people in the streets in Seoul demanding the government's out. They had Syria just fell. France. Governments having there's governments all over the world. It's not making a lot of the mainstream news, but I'm watching Korean TV. Mimi's showing me on her iPad, like there's 1 million people in the street in Seoul. So I think Cliff had two different, humanity going into the melee, like rising up, and UFOs appearing in the skies.
Well, it might get worse anyway, because there were warnings put out today over New Jersey, because some of the residents in New Jersey are like scared, because this is happening for like 3 weeks now, and no one's doing anything. And they're putting out warnings. They saying, please do not try to shoot these drones down. You may cause something bad to happen, because they're worried that people are actually going to start doing that.
I'm surprised they haven't already. Since they're that low, and if you're freaked out about it, it seems to be a pretty viable option.
As I said, it's completely bonkers situation. To see the White House today answer the questions and say, we know it's not an adversary. We don't know what it is, but we know it's not an enemy. It's not an adversary. Meaning China, Iran, or Russia, all that kind of stuff. And then and we know it's not us. And then they just leave it open like that. They don't answer anything else. It's a crazy situation to be in.
Somebody's going to be like, Helen, give me my shotgun. Helen, give me the deer rifle with the scope.